Welcome to TMZ Live. So Charles and I did an interview with a gentleman who has a lot of money, is well-connected, is a guy who collects unbelievable items. And in the process of the interview, he just dropped some info.
Just dropped like pretty much the biggest bombshell you could drop this particular week, as the countdown is deafening now to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding.
I love deafening. What a good word for this. What a good word. What a good word.
Yes, because Anthony Jabin, as Harvey mentioned, is a celebrity memorabilia collector.
And we were talking to him about the fact that he has now, apparently he's bought the crypt next to Marilyn Monroe in the mausoleum.
Right. More on that tomorrow.
Right.
But this is the part of the interview that just absolutely shocked us, because I just asked if he had any Taylor Swift memorabilia or Travis Kelce memorabilia.
And he said this.
And he said this. And by the way, do you have anything from, just because it's kind of, there are a couple people are talking about right now, anything with Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce?
Well, I'm going to be there. So
you're going to the wedding?
I got the invite.
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
What does the invitation say?
Well, I'm not allowed to disclose it, but it's not going to be what everybody thinks. There's a little bit of a surprise going on.
Oh,
just a little heads up.
Okay, help me out here.
Well, there's a decoy. They've got something. They don't want everybody to really know where it is. So
wait a minute. Are you invited to the wedding or the party?
Both, the wedding and the party. I'm
going to ask you a very specific question. Is the wedding the same day as the party?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Is the wedding at Madison Square Garden?
I can't say.
Is the wedding at the same place as the party? Just tell me that.
No.
It is not at the same place as the party.
Right.
But it is the same day of the party.
Exactly.
Were you invited by Travis or Taylor?
Taylor.
Okay. What's your connection?
She was at the Super Bowl and I met her, basically, and she's really sweet, great person.
So the wedding and the party are the same day, but the wedding is not at the same place as the party.
Right.
Okay. But in New York City.
I can't disclose everything right now.
Would I be extending? Would I be going out on a limb to say both are in New York City?
I really can't mention.
You trying to get this guy disinvited?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sworn to secrecy.
Okay, so we had a subsequent call with the gentleman.
With Anthony, yep.
And said he is actually a +1. There is a woman who got the invitation, because if you notice, he didn't say he got it. He never said it directly.
Right.
But he says a woman invited him.
Yes.
So, look, we don't know. Now, what seems to counter this, although I still don't know, is that today they are having a rehearsal, presumably at Madison Square Garden. Mm-hmm. What we're hearing is in the theater there with 100 people. So a couple of questions. One is, have you ever heard of a rehearsal with 100
people?
Yes.
Maybe a royal wedding has 100 people.
No, actually, that's not uncommon at all.
In a rehearsal?
Yeah, I've been to a rehearsal dinner with the bride, the groom, their family the night before.
Rehearsal dinner.
Yes.
But not the rehearsal.
Yes, but the actual rehearsal.
So why do you need 100
people?
The actual rehearsal you guys are thinking of is a run-through where they all walk down the aisle, they do all that. But usually later, after that, they have a big dinner with more people that are not necessarily involved in that.
Out-of-town family, people who've traveled. Yes, you'll have a dinner with them.
Yeah, so for example, one that I went to that was about that amount of people included one of the bridesmaids' family. So they were not a part of the actual ceremony rehearsal, but they were included at the dinner.
So in that particular situation, how many people were in the wedding?
Probably half. Probably half.
50 people in a bridal party?
I want to say I was one of 12 girls.
Oh, my God.
I have no idea whether this is real or fake, but my spidey senses are telling me there's something we don't know. about whatever is happening today. And is it actually a surprise wedding that they're going to have, or they surprise everybody who shows up, the 100 people, because we know it's going to be smaller? Is it really going to happen with 1,000 people in Madison Square Garden tomorrow? Or, as the gentleman said, will it be a different venue tomorrow with a wedding from the actual celebration? That's the question.
I'm the one part I'm locked in on is that Friday night there's going to be a party.
We know that.
Because we've seen everything being loaded up.
We know the party is going to happen. We know that.
I do not think they are going to actually have the wedding at Madison Square Garden. I thought that before Anthony. I thought that before Anthony said that.
I agree with you.
I just don't know where. And I don't know. It obviously can't be too far from New York City if they're going to be showing up at the party at Madison Square Garden. So,
and I mean, we've gotten so many tips. It's almost like a wild goose chase at this point, where it's like, oh, they're going to first get married in Ohio. We've gotten tips on castles. A lot of people in the office here think like, oh, could go down maybe at the New York Library. That's only a couple blocks away, 15-minute walk. So, I mean, everyone's just trying to put it together.
A parade after the wedding, and they all walked together to Madison Square Garden.
Or they get married outside of New York City, maybe even in a different state with 100 people.
Yeah, because you can put 100 people on a plane easily.
Or 200 people, and they rent a 757.
Or just use Taylor's plane.
Well, no, it's too small.
Yeah.
You need like a 757. You can even do a 737.
You can borrow Drake's plane.
Yeah. And you have the wedding at noon, and at 1:30 you fly to New York, and then you go into the venue. I mean,
they don't have to be at the Garden until 4 o'clock. So
this feels too on the nose to just do everything at MSG.
Yeah.
It feels like they're going to want to do some, because she does want the surprise factor.
Yes.
Well, everyone online is thinking she's going to be announcing something, whether it's like there's this big rumor she's going to be announcing like a record label. There's other people that think she's going to announce that they're expecting a baby. Like, there's all these things that people are guessing that she could add on to this wedding.
They're wishing.
I don't think all those things are going to happen.
So look, there's something that happened today that reps came out and said that they're donating $26 million to, I believe, 20 charities.
Yes.
This is coming when there's some criticism about, having to spend all this money because the police are there, the army is there. We don't know how much, but
the army, the National Guard.
So we actually asked this question online about whether, when you come out and say you're giving money to charity, does it take away the charitable part or not? We have debates about this all the time.
Yeah, so the chat was honestly very divided in this. There was one side saying, no, it's called charity, no need to talk and publicize it. It kind of defeats the purpose of it. It takes away from it. And then the other side, yes, it's fine. It's fine, yes, maybe because it will inspire others to donate as well, that it's a good reason to do that. So it's pretty split generally.
When celebrities or even non-celebrities announce that they have given to something, to some cause, the reason they say is to promote that cause.
Well, that's what they say.
Right. That hopefully.
And you've done this for how long?
Listen, I'm in the school of thought that the ends excuses the means.
I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with you.
These charities, these 20 charities that got the money, they don't care that she's publicizing it, that she and Travis are publicizing it.
I'll agree with you on that.
Right.
Now be honest about the other part.
What other part?
That it's about to promote the charities.
Yes, I do think there is some PR involved in sort of offsetting the conversation about how much you're spending on the wedding.
Or creating an image you want to create.
Well, they already have charitable images.
I understand that. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying that,
No criticism whatsoever.
If you join our live stream, it became a hot topic today.
It did. It was
very
debated.
divided, and a lot of people had a lot of strong opinions either way. So.
Hi, I'm Maddie from Vegas, and as a fellow bride this very week, I'm really happy for Taylor and Travis. It sounds like they're going to be doing the ceremony more intimately, having the reception, a big celebration with everyone. They know
Whoa.
Hey, congratulations. Hold on. First of all, congratulations, Maddie.
Thank you.
When are you getting married?
Oh, hey, there he
We
is.
just got married actually on Sunday.
Were you? Oh, that
Were
was
you
at
the guys
Allegiant
in the
Stadium.
Empire State Building?
No, they were at Allegiant Stadium. You're in Vegas, right?
Yeah, we were there yesterday. We flew over to Vegas real quick.
Yeah.
What, you got married yesterday?
We got married Sunday in St. Louis. We had a very intimate reception and ceremony with our friends, and then we'll have a party next year. So I totally relate to Taylor kind of wanting to keep it small for the ceremony, but then celebrate with everybody.
And where did your millions go? Which charity did you give your millions to?
Mine went to.
I'm
I don't
kidding,
know.
Maddie.
Okay,
Congratulations.
does your husband speak?
Yes.
He did before last week.
Oh.
Congratulations, guys.
Yes, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up.
Reuters, the news agency, posted a story that the 2 ransom letters that we received and 2 television stations in Tucson received, but the FBI determined were fake. So the FBI came out late in the day yesterday because people were calling them saying, "What's up?"
Be right back.
So the FBI has settled something that bubbled up to the surface yesterday. Early in the morning, Reuters, the news agency, posted a story that the 2 ransom letters that we received and 2 television stations in Tucson received, the FBI determined were fake, as was the various letters requesting a Bitcoin in return for information about who these kidnappers are. Also fake.
That's what Reuters had said. But then you had that conversation with a couple of people at the FBI.
Including an official in mid-morning yesterday who said, look, we believe those ransom notes more likely than not are real. And that's what we had been told all along. That's why Savannah Guthrie, after the second one, said, we will give you money.
Right.
So we had been told all along that they believed those were real. And we had FBI agents contacting our IT team many, many times trying to figure out who was sending those ransom notes. So when Reuters came out, we thought, well, maybe there's something we don't know. And we called and we got the same answer, which is more likely than not that those 2 ransom notes are real. So the FBI came out late in the day yesterday because people were calling them saying, what's up?
Right.
And said that they were a little vague, but they said some of the ransom notes, alleged ransom notes, were fake. But there are some that they are still looking at and pursuing. And we know it's those 2.
Right. And ultimately, I think we did a good job of explaining all that yesterday. I feel like their vague statement might confuse people more.
But they are saying...
They're saying there are, certainly. They're acknowledging that there are letters that they believe are legit.
Of course.
Right. But now I'm wondering who are all the other ones that they said were fake? Because we didn't, at least on the ransom side, didn't hear about that.
Well, they probably got him directly.
Right.
They probably got them directly.
So what was Reuters responding to? What they had learned about the other ransom notes?
I'm so glad you asked that question, because you should listen to the 2 Angry Men podcast that's going to drop on Saturday. Because my co-host, Mark Garagos, has a really interesting take on this. He was speaking, at the same time we were doing the story yesterday, he was speaking to some people connected to the FBI who were saying that there was a sense within the FBI that law enforcement generally screwed up this case, and that they were angry because the first 48 hours are the most critical.
Right.
And the FBI wasn't brought in on time, they didn't react on time. And so Mark's got a really interesting take on why perhaps certain agents
would say something to Reuters.
Right. And when I talked to the official,
dismissive of all the letter.
Right. And when I talked to the official even said to me that, look, we have a lot of agents on this case, and not everybody feels the same way.
Right.
And so it all kind of connects. 2 Angry Men podcast. Where do you get your podcasts?
So I set you up?
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alara. I'm from Norman, Oklahoma. The case, it's really interesting to me that 5 months in, we're talking about ransom notes and not really proof of life. I think at this point in time, it kind of feels like the FBI just wants to see if whoever's sending the notes slips up so they can close the case, and not necessarily still searching for Nancy with so much time.
They believe Nancy Guthrie has passed,
Yeah.
and passed early on.
So Mayor Mamdani in New York City has, it's not a mandate, but
a request.
He has made a request,
strong request
of the city's millions of residents. And that, by the way, what you're about to hear includes Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
But what he wants, before you hear the request, you got to know it's going to be 100 plus in New York.
Yes.
With big humidity.
Yes, it's supposed to be 100 degrees today. Tomorrow, even hotter. And so he wants everyone in the city to set their AC units to 78 degrees. Now, that doesn't sound very cool, I think, to most people.
It's just not.
It's just not. 78 degrees. I mean, when you consider room temperature is 72, and then he's saying set your AC to 78. Yeah, but there's a good reason for this.
There are a couple of things. I mean, look, in 1977, there was a blackout in New York City. If the power goes down in New York City, if the grid goes down, people are going to die.
Yes,
because
then it's really going to be bad.
People are going to die. So he's really saying, look, this is life or death. And
so we
to make it work for everybody needs to give a little.
This is to protect the grid so that that doesn't happen. The question is, how many people are actually going to do this? There are a lot of people who got angry when they saw this request.
They're calling him a communist.
And they're making it political. I don't know why everything has to be turned political. I mean, you can say you disagree because it's too hot to have your AC set at 78, but don't make it political. Well, lots of politicians, governors and mayors have made this exact same directive.
It all depends on the number. I mean, he's come up with a number that he says is doable if people follow it. Is the number 78? It's sort of like prunes.
It's a number that many, many other politicians have used in crisis when there's a heat wave.
Well, we asked the chat about this specifically, saying, would you do it or not? Our live stream, our viewers. And they said 78 is still a little warmer than I would have liked it to be, but if the choice is 78 degrees or a potential power outage where people die because of overuse, 78 is better than nothing. And then there's the other side saying, heck no, I get humidity every dang day. I keep that on 73 to 74 all day. I would not turn it down.
Final thing is, this applies to all businesses, including Madison Square Garden. Are they, with 1,000 people in Madison Square Garden, are they going to...
Tomorrow night, will they keep it at 78?
Now, if they get generators, because apparently the generators are what cools the place, that wouldn't affect the power grid, so it would seem that they could do that.
What's interesting is we actually got images of AC units being delivered to Madison Square Garden today. So clearly they have something in mind here. They have a plan.
And they've changed the dress code to tank tops.
I don't think that happened.
Coming up.
So there's been a lot of controversy about the Great American State Fair, that there are a lot of reports that virtually no one is showing up for it.
Here's a bit of breaking news on TMZ Live. It's packed. It's busy today.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
Donald Rawlings took TMZ DC on a city tour.
You know what the irony of this is? A black man takes a white person to the White House.
It's TMZ.
So there's been a lot of controversy about the Great American State Fair, that there are a lot of reports that virtually no one is showing up for it. And part of it has to do with the scorching heat in Washington, D.C., but part of it has to do with, allegations that this is all about Donald Trump. That
they're staying away because they think that this is a celebration of Donald Trump and not of America's 250th.
And that he has his hand in this fair. And so a lot of media outlets have been showing, pictures of sparse crowds, and people are saying this is going to be a bust. Our TMZ DC guys don't see it exactly that way.
No, they don't. And they are joining us from DC. I'm sure they're at the fair.
I don't even know they're in DC. They put a picture up of the founding fathers.
Charlie, Jacob, what? You guys couldn't go outside
for this? I mean, really?
Why aren't you at the fair?
I just got back from the fair. No lie. I just got back from the fair, drenched in sweat. And I will say this. Here's a bit of breaking news on TMZ Live. It's packed. It's busy today. It's hotter than it has been in the last few days. and it's also far busier.
I don't understand something. So they have all these prohibitions. You can't bring water. You can't bring food. You can't bring a tent. And you're saying that it is so stifling hot. How are people going there and enduring?
Have to buy it.
Well, no, but how are they enduring? What are they doing with the kind of heat? You guys are afraid to go outside and do this interview, for crying out loud.
No, only one of us is, bro. Only one of us is. I love
Right before,
This guy talks such a big game in front of you guys, but when the camera's off, we don't even understand how to
I almost convinced them before we start. Almost convinced. Charlie was down to go outside. Jacob's like, nope, not doing it.
True. It's simply true, Jacob. But explain that. How is the crowd swelled if it's impossibly hot right now?
Free water. There's a lot of free water.
This is not. He keeps bringing up the free water.
There's
It's
a lot
like
of
a
free water.
classic thing at any festival. You get out free water. It's not like an amenity at this.
I was impressed.
Is it Trumpy or is it more nonpartisan?
Or is it fairy?
Yeah. It's no. It's 100% Trumpy, but it's not quite like a MAGA rally. I mean, there's definitely
Not quite
people,
like?
Sorry.
You said it's not quite like? That makes it sound like it's a little bit of a MAGA rally.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's kind of like a MAGA carnival. Like a little bit like.
I'd say it's 70%. I'd say it's 70% Trumpy, 30% like patriotic. Like I was there today and it was busy and it was kind of like spot the MAGA hat. I couldn't spot that many, to be honest. Most people are just wearing like 250, we did it, whatever. The MAGA caps, I didn't spot too many. I'm serious.
So Donald Trump has accused Democrats from time to time of paying people to show up at protests, Antifa, the whole thing. Can you discount that there are paid people to fill the crowd there?
Paid by whom?
Yeah, discount.
Yeah, definitely. There's no way. And I mean, listen, it's like everything, it's like the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Democrats are saying there's no one there. It's like, that's not true at all. We go all the time. There are plenty of people there. Just when you show these photos with no one standing in the field, it's because it's so big. So it was just kind of organized poorly more than anything, but there's still enthusiasm there.
By the way, speaking of the mall, how's the reflecting pool looking?
I mean, good. I was there again today, and, it's a bit less American flag blue than a few days ago. I don't know if the algae is slowly getting their grip back on the pool, but it's all fenced off still. And now, interestingly, they've got all these nets. They've got nets on the water of the reflecting pool, apparently to catch, like, falling fireworks or something about the fireworks.
Any debris,
nets over.
Right.
So I saw an aerial picture of that area yesterday, and you look at the east wing of the White House, and it's a construction zone. On the South Lawn, it's a construction zone because they're building a helipad. You've got fencing around the reflecting pool, and there's other construction as well. Does it feel like, Washington, D.C. is showing up in a really, beautiful way for this birthday, or are you feeling that too?
No. I mean, honestly, again, it's kind of a logistical nightmare because they put up these huge fences, so you got to like walk all the way around when you could have just like walked usually right to where you wanted to go. And it's very hot out, which again, who saw that coming? Basically everyone, because the weather here is kind of generally gross. And when it's summer, it's particularly bad.
If you take a photo from the air, everything looks bad. On the ground, it looks like it's still pretty. I love walking around, and I think I can still admire it. From the air, it looks like, it's all the grass is dead. But, like, if you're there, it's still cool to be here.
You're still afraid to walk outside.
Okay,
we're going
to be there in Jacob's living room.
We're going to do a TMZ pop quiz finally. Okay.
Oh, I know.
Because I saw Charlie on TV yesterday.
I know what you're going to ask them.
So, Charlie, what is Georgia known for?
Peaches.
He's not wrong.
Okay. That's the peach state.
That's fair.
You were thinking of a different peach.
What was your problem with peanuts last night on CNN?
I don't know. Are you really allowed to shotgun two different foods for your state? You pick one. Are you peach state or you peanut state? Can't have both.
I think he's right.
Honestly, it was hysterical.
He's right.
It was hysterical. Okay. Hey, Charlie, are you going to Who was the congressman, the skateboarding congressman?
Rich McCormick.
Are you going to hang out with Rich McCormick tomorrow? Or Saturday? Friday?
He's not the only congressman or woman who has invited us to this big event on top of the House building on the 4th of July.
Is this a flex?
Really?
Is this a flex?
I mean, if it's true, is it a flex? I mean, yeah, maybe it is. I guess it is. But we are deep in talks to go to there.
I just want to
there's ongoing
they're
discussion.
deep in talks to be invited.
That's a good way of putting it, honestly. We're jumping the gun a bit. Like we're navigating our way inside.
I'm just going to warn you guys. If you do get invited, do you ever see the movie Goodfellas?
No, I don't watch movies.
No? All right, look up the Joe Pesci scene. You'll get it.
Coming up.
In San Diego County, in the town of San Marcos, there is a neighborhood where two families have decided that they want to fly the American flag outside their home. But their HOA says that is a no-no and is fining them pretty heftily.
Be right back.
There is an interesting battle going on. I say interesting because we are, of course, approaching 4th of July weekend, a time when people typically will fly American flags. But that has become controversial in a neighborhood in Southern California. In San Diego County, in the town of San Marcos, there is a neighborhood where two families have decided that they want to fly the American flag outside their home. But their HOA says that is a no-no and is fining them pretty heftily for doing so. And to this point, both families have decided, screw it. We are going to fly the flag and we're not going to take it down. And clearly this is going to turn into a legal battle, I would think. So joining us now to discuss this, the two families, Chris and Amy Cook on the left there, and Terry Collins, also flying their flags proudly and joining us now. Welcome to TMZ Live.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So what's the beef with the Homeowners Association? Why are they saying that flying a flag is a violation of HOA rules?
They're confused about what common area is. It's a fundamental difference in the definition of common area versus exclusive use common area. I've explained it to them. They've been harassing us for the last 2 years. And they called us to the hearing with this pending $100 fine and told us that they're going to put a continuance on it. But this was after we brought media heat. And I'm done. I'm done being harassed. I think Terry's done as well. Let her talk about that. But we have an attorney on board now, Michael Kirshner. And he's ready to go. He's excited to take this case. We're excited to have him on, and we just really want to be left alone.
Well, I got to tell you the reason I'm so interested in this is, assuming it's let's say it is a common area. What I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the HOA is saying that the flag represents, and this is the quote, a political or affiliative view which degrades the common area. Is that correct? Because it sounds like what they're saying is the flag is kind of an abomination and should not be in any public area of the complex.
Yep, that's correct. That's what they're trying to say, although they have tried to backpedal on that a little bit, but that is initially what they did say. Even after many, many people have said the American flag is an exception to any other flag, they're trying to equal the American flag to a flag that would be like a Padre flag, for example, or any other type of a sports flag or something like that. And
it sounds to me like what they're saying, maybe I'm wrong, is that it's affiliated, it's now a Trump flag.
Right, to say that it's political or affiliate. Yeah, I mean, without saying it, it seems like they're saying by flying the flag, you are saying that you are MAGA, essentially.
Well, yes, and here's the deal with me, especially Dave and I, and Amy as well. My flag has been here for 35 years in that exact same spot. It has never been brought to my attention in all the years I've lived here. ever, not once has it ever been a problem. And then just in the recent years, the last couple years, all of a sudden it's a political statement.
Is this a Trump thing?
It has to be. They're denying that, but it has to be. Because why is it all of a sudden a problem?
Is what we talked about being politically affiliative and degrading the common area. Did they put that in writing?
Yeah, that was a memo that was sent out over the platform, or management platform was sent to the entire community.
So how is this? I mean, as a lawyer, this case to me feels like a slam dunk that we would win, I would think. I'm surprised. And yet the HOA is not backing down.
Nope, not backing down. And they sent out another letter to all the homeowners yesterday, and just basically, in my opinion, it was basically just restating what they've already said before.
Do you think it's, when I read this story, I found this really odd to be happening, especially in San Diego County, where there are a lot of military families, where you would expect that there are going to be people around the 4th of July who want to fly their flags. And I just find I was really puzzled shocked that is the case. Are you hearing from other families of veterans or of active military who are pissed off about this?
We have an active military member in our community that when he caught wind of this, he has installed his flag even against the HOA's wishes. So we are seeing now more flags are going up. I mean, this has never been an issue for us in this community. American flags have flown freely. We've had ours in place for 20 years. Terry's had hers for 35 years. It's never been an issue.
With Democrat and Republican presidents.
Right.
Correct.
Decades. So what we're seeing now is that all flags have been removed due to these threats and intimidation from the HOA, except for ours and Terry's. And now, with some of this attention coming out, we are seeing flags going back up. So this is not a political statement for us. This is about those who have served and died for our country. This is for freedom and our rights. My grandfather was a veteran in World War II, died in the Philippines in 1944. We honor our veterans, we honor our active service members, and we do that with our flag, and we have every right to do so.
If they, I will just say this, if they really did put this in writing, that it degraded the common area and that you could put certain things up but not this, I don't see how this is not a slam dunk for you in court, honestly. It makes sense.
We definitely agree with you, as well as the American flag is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's by no means is it a eyesore to our community.
No, this is crazy.
We have had more people in the last few weeks come up to us, knock on our doors, and tell us thank you for doing this, that they would love to be able to hang their flag, but they're afraid. They don't want to be looked at by the HOA as being a problem. Because sometimes when you become a problem, then they're keeping their eye on you a little bit closer than they would have otherwise. So we've had, I think Dave and I have had at least a dozen homeowners come to us, people that we don't even know, and knock on our door and say, we just wanted to stop by and say thank you for doing this for us, because it really means a lot, because we would love to be able to fly our flags. Wow, it's kind of sad. 30 years ago when we first moved in, it was all Top Gun pilots that lived here. I'd say 75% of our community were Top Gun pilots. So we used to have a 4th of July parade every year. We used to have a 4th of July gathering in our community with all the members that wanted to participate. We hung our flags proudly with pride. And this is just very, in my opinion, it's not only confusing, it's just outright ridiculous.
I got to tell you, a case like this, honestly, is a case the Supreme Court would take. Seriously.
I can't imagine it would even need to get there.
I can't imagine either, but it's a case.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is craziness, but thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, we're going to follow this. I know Chris and Amy, you guys have started a GoFundMe to help with the attorney's fees.
We're grateful to be able to get this out there. We really appreciate your help. Right, Amy?
It's craziness.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Thanks so much. Have a great 4th.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Coming up.
Karlie Kloss has mended fences with Taylor Swift. We know that she got an invite to the wedding, but seems like people have made some assumptions about her relationship. Maybe Taylor did too, about Karlie's relationship with President Trump. So she sat down with Bloomberg and talked to them about just how close she is or isn't to President Trump.
Be right back.
So Karlie Kloss has mended fences with Taylor Swift. We know that she got an invite to the wedding, but seems like people have made some assumptions about her relationship. Maybe Taylor did too, about Karlie's relationship with President Trump. Karlie Kloss, the supermodel, is famously a Democrat. So is her husband Joshua Kushner. However, Joshua's brother Jared is married to Ivanka, and Jared works very closely.
Deeply involved in the Trump administration.
Exactly. So this is what Karlie said about her relationship. She sat down with Bloomberg and talked to them about just how close she is or isn't to President Trump.
You're married to a man whose brother happens to be married to Ivanka Trump. How do you deal with everything that comes with that?
Well, I know who I am. I know the values that guide my life and the issues that I care about. So, I haven't lost sight of who I am. But also, it's my husband's family. As long as I can remember, I've always been exposed to a lot of different political points of view. And I think that trained me for my life. I'm a Democrat. I think it's possible to have relationships with people who you politically don't align with. And I think this country has always been a place for dialogue. We have to be able to talk to each other.
Have you had any conversations with President Trump about politics?
I have never met President Trump.
That is so revealing. Because the real question is, it's not how she feels about them, it's how Trump feels about her.
Right.
And she's
Never met her.
How is that?
It probably doesn't come up.
Did I mishear it? Did she say, I've never spoke?
I've never met him. I've never met him.
How could she never have? It's like, that's...
well, because that assumes that every time that Joshua wants to hang out with his brother, that the president is around. The president's not always around.
Christmas, Easter dinners.
And I'm sure that Joshua and...
I believe her.
Yeah,
but
they just avoid dinners when...
that's a statement.
Coming up.
President Trump said that he was going to go after anyone who vandalized the reflecting pool with full force of the Justice Department. And today he delivered. U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, announced they have indicted David Hearn.
Be right back.
President Trump said that he was going to go after anyone who vandalized the reflecting pool with full force of the Justice Department, and today he delivered.
Nope.
Well, not his Justice Department.
Well, no, but you're making an assumption that the person that they've indicted did indeed vandalize.
Well, he says did it.
Yeah.
And the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, announced they have indicted David Hearn. He is the Olympic canoe slalom, three-time Olympian. And remember, this is the guy who went by the reflecting pool. He was on a bike ride.
He says he just
stopped, put his hand in there.
Put his hand in the water, and that's it.
And then immediately they were on him.
Jeanine Pirro tells a very different story.
Our evidence further shows that the National Park Service employees observed Hearn actually forcefully and violently pulling up and removing the bottom liner with both hands. According to witnesses, Hearn damaged approximately 2 square feet of sealant from the bottom of the pool.
So that is a drastically different version from
drastically.
What he said.
So and he was indicted for essentially it's felony vandalism, destruction of federal property, more than $1,000. So apparently they don't have video because she says they're relying on witnesses. He says he didn't pull it up.
Right.
She's saying they got witnesses saying he did.
Did you find it odd that there's no video?
I find it shocking that there's no video.
Well, a lot of the chat was actually making that exact point. Like, how are you going to charge him with something with no video proof?
Well, you can do it with a witness. Oh,
but
absolutely.
They were debating that.
No. You can absolutely do that with witnesses.
But how does he stay
charged? You can
charged?
indict him, certainly, on witnesses,
Yeah.
and you might even be able to convict him.
You can convict on witnesses' accounts. You can do it without witnesses if there's circumstantial evidence.
The challenge is going to be that this jury pool is going to come from Washington, D.C., right?
This jury reflecting pool is coming from Washington, D.C.
Yes. And where they may not be as on board with the president's view.
Hi, guys. This is Malik calling out of Washington, D.C., actually myself, this story is kind of a bit much, all these charges when many people go into the reflective pool and they just try to find somebody to blame for their downfall and cause.
Well, they're certainly looking for someone to blame. They say he did it, but he'll have his day in court.
So they will end the trial with, we, the jury, upon reflection, say...
Coming up.
This is crazy. I cannot believe
I know,
this.
America's 250... Oh, Lindsay Lohan is only 40. She's taking a look back. The 20s. Unstoppable, exposed, and becoming iconic.
That's interesting. That's the way she views
that
the
is
20s.
Interesting.
Because other people would say train wreck.
Be right back.
This is crazy. I cannot believe
I know,
this.
America's 250... Oh, Lindsay Lohan is only 40 years old, but that is pretty insane.
She was 19 when we started.
I know, and she's celebrating it. She said, I'm 40 now, but I once was in her 30s. I was grounded, fulfilled, full circle. The 20s, unstoppable, exposed, and becoming iconic.
That's interesting. That's the way she views
That
the
is
20s.
interesting
Because
way
other people would say train wreck.
She did not include the mugshots.
But the reality...
We are putting those up.
Here's
She
the
didn't
reality.
include the mugshots.
Here's the reality. That number one, she had the screwed up childhood because of her parents.
And also just being a child star
and
is
being
also
a child
hard,
star.
right?
And she has come out of this so grounded and so cool and stable.
What
she
helped
looks
her,
amazing.
what saved her is she pulled out of Hollywood when she needed to. And now she can
needed
come back. And she does.
And she did, and she has.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
This is a success story.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Have a great birthday, Lindsay.
And we will see you tomorrow.